The world is a giant jigsaw puzzle, with each country representing a unique piece. Each country is like a puzzle piece, fitting into the larger picture of our world. Sometimes these pieces fit together in strange and unexpected ways, creating unique shapes. We call these strange shapes panhandles, which are fascinating geographical quirks. Panhandles are long, narrow strips of land that belong to a country, often extending out like an arm. They stick out like a handle on a pan, hence the name. These formations are often created by a mix of historical events and geographical features. Panhandles can be found all over the world in various countries and continents. They come in all shapes and sizes, each with its own unique characteristics. Some are short and stubby, barely noticeable on a map. Others are long and thin, stretching out over great distances, but they all have one thing in common: they're unusual and intriguing. In this essay, we will explore some of the strangest panhandles in the world, uncovering their secrets. We will learn about their history and geography, understanding how they came to be. We will also see how these unique land formations affect the people who live there, shaping their daily lives and cultures. Let's start our journey in Europe, focusing on the beautiful countries of Italy and Slovenia. These neighboring nations share a rich history and a fascinating border. Look at a map and you'll see a narrow sliver of Italy jutting into Slovenia. This area is known for its unique geographical and cultural significance. This is the Trieste province, a region with a complex and intriguing past. Its story begins after World War I, a time of significant change and upheaval in Europe. Italy gained land, including the strategic and culturally rich city of Trieste. However, later on, Italy lost some of this territory due to shifting political landscapes. Trieste then became a special city-state, a unique status that influenced its development. Finally, in 1954, the city was split between Italy and Yugoslavia, marking a significant moment in its history. This division created a complicated and often contentious border, impacting the lives of those who lived there. People living in the area had to adjust to new countries, new rules, and new identities. The history of Trieste is a powerful reminder that borders can change, shaping the lives of everyday people and leaving a lasting impact on the region. Now, let's travel to the vast and diverse continent of Asia. India has a thin strip of land called the Siliguri Corridor, which is crucial for connectivity. This corridor is very important for the movement of goods and people. It connects India's northeast states to the rest of the country, ensuring seamless travel. Without it, these states would be cut off from the mainland. The Siliguri Corridor was created during the partition of India and Pakistan in 1947. This partition was a messy and tragic affair. Millions of people were displaced and widespread violence erupted. The Siliguri Corridor is a lasting reminder of this turbulent period in history. Finally, let's go to Africa, a continent full of geographical curiosities. This vast land is home to some of the most unique and intriguing borders in the world. The Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC, has two panhandles. These narrow extensions of land are quite unusual and have fascinating histories behind them. One of these panhandles is a legacy of Belgian colonialism. During the colonial era, European powers often drew borders to suit their own interests. This particular panhandle gave the Belgians access to the Atlantic Ocean, a crucial route for trade and resources. The second panhandle is even stranger. It's a narrow strip of land that seems almost out of place. This odd extension cuts between Zambia and Angola, creating a peculiar border situation. This oddity happened because a Belgian king drew a border to settle a dispute over swamps. The arbitrary nature of these decisions is evident in the resulting map. Down south in Namibia, we find another curious feature, the Caprivi Strip. This long, narrow finger of land stretches out from Namibia's main territory. It's a long finger of land reaching out from Namibia, creating a unique geographical feature. This strip exists because of a German leader named Leo von Caprivi. His ambitions shaped the borders we see today. He wanted access to the Zambezi River, a vital waterway for trade and transportation. So he made a deal with Britain. This agreement was part of the larger colonial negotiations that shaped much of Africa's modern borders. Germany got the strip, and in exchange, Britain got the island of Zanzibar. This trade-off highlights the strategic importance of these regions. This trade created a very oddly shaped country with borders that seem almost arbitrary. These African panhandles show how colonialism redrew the map of Africa, often with little regard for geography or the people living there. The legacy of these decisions continues to impact the continent today.